Salutations. Welcome to my very first video of my channel. Welcome to No Face All Ceiling. It's nothing but up from here. Today, I wish to give you a top 5 video. And before we begin, it's not very conventional or traditional of a top 5. And today, I will be ranking the hellraiser franchise as a whole. So, number 5. Every other above, and here's why. From Bloodlines to the reboot, most of those films, except for a select few, were not originally made for a Hellraiser. It was not a original Hellraiser script. It's just they wanted to keep the rights they wanted to keep the rights to it and just abuse the shit out of them. Just abuse the shit out of the franchise. So that's number 5. Number 4, Hell on Earth, or number 3 in the franchise. I have mixed feelings about this movie specifically, because I kind of grew up in the early 2000s, and this movie's kind of holds a special place in my heart because it's one of the very first horror movies I've ever seen. The very first one was Josh Carpenter's The Thing, but continuing. Hell on Earth plot just makes no sense. If you've seen it, you know why. It's just illogical. It just makes no fucking sense. Number 3, Hellbound, or number 2 in the franchise. It's a direct sequel to the first one, and the reason why it's at number 3 is I like the depiction of what hell might look like for some of us. An endless labyrinth, and above that labyrinth, there's Leviathan, Lord of the Labyrinth, or Law for short. So that's number 3. Number 2, the reboot. The reboot made in 2022. This one I like a lot. I like the new depiction of Pinhead, or the Hell Priest. I like the new depictions of the Gash and their interpretations of them, even though it's kind of cheesy and kind of corny, and to an extent, it's just the design of the new Hell Priest and the reboot. It's aesthetically pleasing to me. I love it. Number 1, obviously the original. In my eyes, in my own personal opinion, the original should always be number 1, because without the original, or the very first movie, it will never be turned into a franchise to begin with. I mean, sure, Hellraiser is an allegory for the BDSM community, so eventually something like of this community will be made. There's a reason why it's called snuff films to begin with, but the original is morally ambiguous by nature. It's open to interpretation. It's subtext. A phenomenal horror movie if you're into that kind of stuff, which I am. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you had a pleasant stay.